So about a week or two ago, I made a video on a new One Piece game, and that One Piece game is actually releasing tomorrow. We looked at the trailer in that video if you want to watch that video first and then come back to this one, but in this one I want to actually go over the new information they gave and also go over the actual game. I'm gonna hop in and show you guys what they have. And I know a lot of you guys are wondering if this game is worth playing, so essentially that's the purpose of this video, to help you determine if it's worth playing for you. Oh, and also I forgot to mention the game is called Legacy Peace. That is the name of the game, before y'all get on my head about that. So in my opinion, what's probably the best thing about this game is the fruits. They don't have a ton of fruits, I'm pretty sure, but the ones they do have are pretty unique and relatively well made. Like for example, they just sneaked the diamond fruit, and it isn't anything crazy, don't get me wrong, but at the same time it's something we don't have in that many other One Piece games, and it does look pretty good, so it is something that you would want to play this game over other One Piece games for. They also have this like weapon fruit that we've seen in the trailer. They gave us another sneak about that. He could like turn into a missile. That actually looks really cool, and that's definitely something that I would play the game for, or something to give me more incentive to want to play it. Another example, they have wax. I'm pretty sure, I think wax also has a mode. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it might. Their current fruits are wax, Mera, which is flame, paw, ice or hiei, weapon, which is the thing I was telling you guys about, diamond, spin, chop, and bomb. So like I said, it's not a ton of fruits, but they do have some unique fruits that I know a lot of people actually want to see in the One Piece games they've been playing, but they're not in the game currently. Now I'm sure some of you guys remember that I did say this game used to be branded as like a story-based One Piece game, and I'm not sure if it's still branded as that, but it's really not a story-based game. You do go through some of the similar One Piece events, like you go and fight Accent Morgan and save Zoro, and you do things like fight Alvita, but it's really not like a story type game. Like you don't expect any like real important dialogue or cutscenes that are important, or at least that's true for how far I got. I didn't complete the whole game, but I got to about the 3rd island, I believe. But if you guys did watch that previous video, you probably know a big thing in this game looked to be the dungeons and the bosses, and I will say what I did see so far, what I did actually play, it wasn't as good as how it looked in the trailer. Like I said, I'm only on the 3rd island, but the dungeons and bosses I played, they really weren't like real dungeons. Especially the dungeon for Alvita, I'll literally put on screen, or maybe you'll see it later in the video, is literally 2 bandits and then you just fight Alvita. That is not a dungeon. Like, and I'm not even trying to drag or be disrespectful, you literally go through like a little maze line thing. It's not even a maze, it's just like a hallway that's kind of tilted weird. You fight 2 bandits and then you just fight Alvita as a boss, and she's actually really easy, or she was really easy for me, but I did have the ice fruit to be fair, so she's actually probably pretty difficult if you don't have a fruit. So what I'm hoping is that's just a thing because it was one of the first dungeons, and that's not going to be a thing later, because that dungeon was really underwhelming. I was expecting to actually travel a little bit and do multiple things, you know, not just literally just fight a boss damn near. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to be curious on the progression, so I do want to talk about that. So from what I've played so far, honestly the worst part about the progression was the early game progression, like actually when you spawn in, and that's mainly because you're not really doing anything related to One Piece at the start of the game. Like you do see Alvita, for example, you have to like deliver her bottles, but it's a ton of fetch quests, it's a ton of just fluff. It doesn't feel fun at all, and you're not even really doing anything exciting. Like the coolest part about it is probably that you do see people from One Piece, like Shanks, Alvita, you see a bunch of Shanks crewmates, but the part that really sucked about that to me, it felt like a wasted opportunity. Like instead of actually interacting with the characters and doing things we saw Luffy do and Shanks do in the anime, you essentially just go and do random fetch quests for them, like go deliver bottles or crates, or go defeat 3 boars and stuff like that. Now to be fair to them, you aren't doing the same thing a million times like a straight up bandit beater, because you are actually doing a variety of things. They just all kind of feel like the same thing. Essentially you'll play through the main quest line, and then you'll hit a point in the quest line where it says, oh, you have to hit this certain level, and then you go and do side quests that are honestly pretty boring, but then you go do the side quests and then you can continue in the main story, or not really story but just main quest line. But even with all that being said, it's still a big upgrade in my opinion from the 5 bandit circle of death that we see in Blockstreet, GPO, pretty much every One Piece game on the platform, so I will give them a lot of credit there. And like I said, I haven't played too much yet, but the progression did seem to get better as the game went on. Like I said, I'm only on Island 3, but Island 2 and Island 3's progression seemed to be a lot better than Island 1 in my personal opinion. But what's probably one of the most questionable things about this game right now, where I'm at least, is it doesn't seem you're gonna get a lot of items or a lot of weapons very fast. Like where I'm at currently in the game, I'm pretty sure the only weapons I saw that you could get were Alvita's 10% drop. It was like her thing that, it's like the Kaido thing, I forgot the name of it. It's like the barbarian looking thing, I forgot the name, like I said, and the bandit boss's sword. And I don't know how good they were or how cool they are, but because I actually didn't get them, but it just seems like they're lacking a lot of variety in the weapons and just the fighting styles. I didn't see a single fighting style yet, so it really just feels like I don't know what I would actually pick as a new player, because it looks looks like I'm gonna be using fists for a while, or I'm gonna be using the bandit boss's sword. I don't expect them to give people fruits off spawn or give this stuff super easily, but they just really don't give a lot of options off spawn. Because I already had the ice fruit, I didn't really feel a problem with this, but if I didn't have the ice fruit, I would really be fighting with pretty much no moveset. I think I would have one skill. But realistically, you could probably look over most of the issues I've discussed so far. They're really not that big of a deal. But honestly, what's holding the game back immensely, in my opinion, is the combat. Everything else I could probably look over, but the combat I really just can't. Now, to be fair to them, the combat does look a lot better when you're higher level in the sneaks, but that just looks. I don't know if it actually plays better or feels better. But where I'm at in the game right now, the combat just feels very stiff, and I don't honestly see too much potential for the combat to be really fun or something you would want to repeatedly PvP people in. Like, if this game had a better combat system, I honestly think I would enjoy the game like 5 times more. I'm not speaking for everybody. You guys might enjoy the current combat or enjoy the current game a lot as is, but for me, it's really the combat is holding the game back. It's kind of like unspoken riz versus sexual harassment, if y'all get what I'm saying. Like, everything in the game would be amplified and a lot funner if the combat was good, but since the combat is bad, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, sexual harassment. It don't feel that entertaining to play or just enjoy because the combat is not good. Like, those same quests that I'm kind of saying are boring would probably be a lot funner if the combat system is good, is essentially what I'm trying to say. So overall, if playing through the One Piece story in the order they played it in, not really the exact story, like I said, there's not really story elements, but you still do go through the order of One Piece and like actually fight fight Alvita, and then fight Axe and Morgan, and then go to Don Krieg and stuff like that, I would probably recommend the game. But if you don't care that much about One Piece and you're just looking for like a game with good combat or good PvP, I probably wouldn't recommend it to you. You probably wouldn't like it, but I do want to show you guys some in-game clips and you guys can make up your mind on what you think. I'm gonna show you guys the Alvita dungeon I was telling you guys about, but if you guys want to hit the like and subscribe button, I would appreciate it. It does a lot for the channel. I thank y'all. I suck y'all. What? Oh, something. This is a dungeon. Yo, am I tripping? This is the Going Merry. This is not the Going Merry. I'm stupid. I swear I thought this was the Going Merry from far away. Okay, so Alvita ship. I think it's a dungeon. That's actually pretty cool. Dungeon. Yeah, it is. Alvita, if you wish to carry, I have a tip. Just avoid the 2 henchmen you find if possible. Okay. Defeat Alvita lieutenants. Okay, let's see if the dungeons are any good. I think this was in the trailer. Surely she drops her item, right? You won't get to my captain if I'm here, punk. Man, who the hell are you? So I'm gonna gather them? I don't know why they're not aggroed me if he's talking to me. Ice Age on both. This would probably be pretty difficult if you didn't have a fruit, I would imagine. Maybe not super difficult. You could probably just cheese them, but you know what I mean, it would take longer. Oh, they insta spawn back. Wait, now I just defeat Alvita? Are we serious? Oh, I went backwards. Kind of a short dungeon. I mean, I know it's the first one, but literally just defeat 2 bandits and then Alvita. That's more of a boss fight than a dungeon. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. That's not a... Like, a dungeon is supposed to be, like, a bit longer than that. Y'all know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what Alvita has. Alvita hat and Iron Mace. Let's hit it with the full combo. Oh, damn. Alvita, I did not know you were about it. Hold on, hit it with the full combo. Oh, she could spawn Alvita henchmen? Hold on. I need Ice Age. Ice Age. Now, this would be difficult. Also, when I mentioned, there's no Logia bar. Even though I have a Logia. Don't know. I guess they just, like, decided not to add a Logia bar. Probably because they didn't know how to balance it. But that's why I would just do a bar, like GPO, if anything. Because the game releases tomorrow, so I assume it's like just not coming. Maybe it's coming on an update at that point. Okay, defeated. You received a boss drop. I got a boss drop. What'd I get? Kobe glasses. What the heck? Oh, I got Alvita hat. Oh, it's in my toolbar. Oh, I got the drip on. I got the drip on. I don't know if this gives any stat boost. Let me take. Oh, it does. Look, Alvita's hat gives a lot of stats. But if y'all want me to stream the game tomorrow, I probably will. So hit the like button if you guys want to see that, and I'm more likely to do it. And also hit the subscribe button like I said. I appreciate y'all for watching. Love y'all. Later.